If you're waiting on the law to confirm your morality, you've already surrendered your soul. You have to be able to discern the difference between legal and righteous. Because history repeats. Different era, same blueprint. We've seen laws uphold slavery, laws deny women's voices, laws strip land, erase cultures, cage children, silence protesters, medicate the masses, and kill the innocent, all while being lawful. That's why obedience isn't the goal. Discernment is spiritual discernment, ethical discernment, soul truth. Because sometimes following your conscience will require breaking rank. And if you're not ready for that, you're not ready for your calling. The people who hid Anne Frank knew they weren't just hiding a girl. They were protecting humanity. They were pushing back against a narrative that tried to justify genocide. They weren't lawful. They were righteous. And righteousness is what this world needs more of. Not blind obedience, not silence disguised as safety, not, I'm just doing my job. That line has been used by every coward, every tyrant, every foot soldier of corruption since the beginning of time. And let's talk about modern parallels. Today, people are still getting locked up, silenced, canceled, demonized. Not for hurting anyone, but for disagreeing with systems, for questioning narratives, for protecting freedoms that the law hasn't caught up to yet. So don't be shocked when the people who stand for truth aren't celebrated. They're targeted. That's how it's always been. But truth doesn't need applause. It needs backbone. And let's get this clear. This isn't a call to chaos. This is a call to consciousness. Not all rebellion is righteous. Not all resistance is noble. But when you're spiritually aligned, when you're operating from truth, clarity, and compassion, breaking the law becomes a holy act, an act of soul obedience, of divine justice. There are times you will have to choose legality or legacy, compliance or conscience, comfort or conviction. And every time, your choice defines you. You don't get to be both liked and liberated. You don't get to be both safe and sovereign. You don't get to play by their rules and break their matrix at the same time. At some point, you have to decide who and what you're loyal to. Anne Frank never got to live out her full story, but the people who risked their lives for her, they're remembered with honor. Why? Because they chose soul over safety, truth over law, humanity over history.